On Tuesday, the Civic Coalition Club submitted an amendment to the bill of freezing energy prices for next year. The provisions concerning wind farms were removed from the bill. The representative of the proposers is Member of Parliament Krzysztof Gadowski, who was unable to answer questions about the content of the bill at yesterday's joint meeting of the Finance and Energy Committees. The representatives of the applicants has the floor. Excuse me, Mr. President, may I yield the floor? Can our representatives replace me? I'm already explaining. These provisions are modeled on the gas law freezing gas prices, which has been in place until now. At the meeting of the Finance and Energy Committee, the petitioners were represented by Adam Romanowski, member of the Civic Coalitions, argued that he was an expert from their think tank, the Civic Institute. Mr. Suski knows very well what the Civic Institute is. Like many parties in the European Union, we have our own think tank, and there are our experts there to help us with legislation. This is clear to everyone, and we have never allowed ourselves to make such attacks against your experts. According to Member of Parliament Marek Suski, Adam Romanowski, who is working on the law, fulfills the criteria of a lobbyist for energy companies as defined in the law. Law on lobbying in the legislative process. According to the Act, lobbying is any activity carried out using legally permitted methods with the aim of influencing public authorities in the legislative process.
Zapytaliśmy, kim jest ten tajemniczy człowiek?
We asked who this mystery man was, and after a long while, we received an answer. Information that this person is a representative of the Civic Institute. We have verified that this person does not cooperate with the Institute. Mr. Adam Romanowski turned out to be a partner in law firm representing huge wind energy industry. Dear Mr. Speaker, we already had a scandal. The freezing of energy prices this year was possible thanks to the introduction of the so-called Solidarity Shield. Polish households will pay only 40% of the market price of electricity this year. The rest will be paid by energy companies. It is worth noting that the original wording of the Civic Platform and Poland 2050 Act envisages a departure from these provisions. Dear Paul, this evil propaganda of law and justice is coming to an end. We all know that we have been looted by state-owned companies. They extracted money from us when it was hardest in 2022. Where was this money going? For dozens of billions in profit for Orlen.
Na dziesiątki miliardów zysków dla Orlenu.
An exemption from the solidarity levy arises from this law. Who paid it? Companies that have clean energy sources installation, most often windmills, and those that build these windmills. And these companies will benefit from this law. Law and Justice members compare the windmill scandal to the Rivin scandal of early 2000s.
Za dwa słowa tylko.
In just 2 words, an investigative commission has been set up and a verdict has been passed. We can't leave it at that. We must see it through to the end.
Polska 2050 bagatelizują tę sprawę.
Another controversial aspect of the original version of the law, freezing energy prices, was the reduction of the required distance from residential buildings to 300 meters for multi-family houses and 400 meters for single-family houses, as well as the possible expropriation of land for the construction of wind farms.
To jest właśnie afera hazardowa, przecież tam.
This case can also be compared to the gambling scandal. Such insertions are well-known trick for lobbyists. A commission of inquiry must be set up. The public prosecutor's office will not find out everything. The district prosecutor's office in Warsaw has opened an investigation into the suspected crime of paid protection in connection with the preparation of the so-called windmill bill. The prosecutor's office is investigating whether a crime of corruption has been committed.